All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. And if you can believe it, we are 3 for 3 on the day. Yo, with this many uploads, don't I get like penalized or something from YouTube if I just spam uploads like this? Actually, you know, the Truth uploads, what, like 20 videos a day? So maybe that's not even a thing anymore. And first of all, let me go ahead and say that I am blessed and extremely fortunate to have so much work right now, because those dry spells with content, nothing feels worse than that. So I'm happy that I have so much stuff to talk about. But listen, bro, when can I go get something to eat today, man? I've been in this chair for like 7 hours, but we are here with developer letter number 1 for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. We pretty much figured that this was going to release at some point soon, like within the next couple of days. First developer letter for the game. Season 1 is coming soon, and there were still a couple of things that needed to be addressed within the game. Season 0 was kind of like the trial run of the full game before we got our first official season. We don't even have leaderboards present at this time, so that's probably something else that's going to go ahead and open up at the start of season 1 as well. So the top of the developer letter is going to read, season 1 is coming soon, and we would like to share a few changes that will be made with it. The changes will feature in-game balances and functions as opposed to fixes to the various errors. We apologize for the inconvenience caused, but those are being worked on, with some of them already being solved as of now. If players still encounter errors and disconnects, please contact us through the official inquiries or our Discord players reported bugs. So if you guys didn't already know, you know, on the Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra website, you can go ahead and follow them on Instagram, Twitter, join the official Discord and things like that. I won't pull it up on screen right now because I want to kind of blast through this so I can actually go get something to eat and go visit my pets. But if you are still experiencing bugs with the game, those random crashes that are causing people to actually be banned from ranked for like 15, 30 minutes, an hour at a time, definitely be sure to go report those in the official Discord or tag them on Twitter or Instagram. You know, you have many ways to get into contact with the team, right? We will strive for a better play environment for all players as we originally envisioned. With that in mind, here are the upcoming changes. Okay, so let's get right into it. There is one thing in particular, now that they've addressed, you know, the disconnects and all the errors and stuff surrounding the game. There are things going on within the gameplay itself and within how they do the rewards that I'm just really interested to see if they address. So let's move forward. Season 1 changes. Hero memory acquisitions. This is already off to a good start. Rate of memory acquisition decay will be lowered. Decay will reset daily. That is a massive change. I know Afro is going to be really excited about this because we were actually grinding, bro. We were grinding land grab yesterday. It got that desperate. We were grinding land grab for fragments, man. So minimum memory fragment acquisition numbers will be raised. Thank the Lord. Zenny prices of memory offered in shops will be lowered. Let's go, because that part is specifically, I said in my this needs to be addressed now in Squadra video, this was a scam. Why am I paying 100 Zenny for 50 fragments when I can just go play the character and get those 50 fragments in one game? That was just straight up a scam to me. So I'm glad that they addressed that. Shout out to the team for actually listening to it. Now I feel like they might have actually looked at that video. That video did do decent. I see that it was like making its rounds and stuff like that. So maybe somebody, you know, somebody that needed to see that video on the team, maybe they kind of skimmed through it a little bit. Again, I'm not going to say that they just outright watch my content, but I mean, hopefully they do, right? I feel like we had some good complaints in that video. The comments, you guys were addressing other things that needed to be looked at. So hopefully once we go through the rest of this, some of the things that we all wanted to see are getting addressed, right? So next is going to be bonus mission points. We'll increase bonus mission points granted from matchmaking in specific roles from 10 to 30. Guys, they're listening. For those unaware, bonus missions will award players Zenny when cleared. That's why I say they're listening. This is one of the main ways that we get Zenny right now. The missions are unlocked as you acquire bonus mission points. Thank you. Thank you, Toshi. Lord Toshi is listening to the community. This game is already off to a great start. Let's keep going. There has to be more for us, right? There's still a decent amount before we get to the character changes. Battle score rewards will increase battle score rewards per character from 170 Zenny to 500. And you guys said I was crazy for, well, not a lot of you guys. I saw a couple of comments being like, oh, this is what you want fixed in the game. Yeah, obviously, if they're buffing this, if they're buffing the amount of Zenny that we get in the ways that we get Zenny, obviously there was enough complaints and enough people saw that us like being broke pretty much in the game was a problem once you get to those higher star collection levels, right? That was an issue. It felt like you were kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess I'm gonna make a new term right here. It felt like you were stargated on your Zenny and you just couldn't really progress in the game at the way that you wanted to once you got to like the mid 30s, you know, early 40s and things like that. Outside of that, your progression in the game felt so slow, and for people that kind of grind the game all day, for streamers, content creators, maybe, you know, some of the younger crowd that's able to play for hours on end every day, it just, the Zenny grind was just abysmal, man. So next, I'm really glad that all of this got addressed, man. That makes me feel like maybe somebody actually did watch that video that we did a couple of days ago, because this was like immediately addressed too. And this is pretty much, we mentioned all of this in our video too, from the bonus missions to the battle score rewards. Like, we mentioned all of this, so this feels really good to see. I like that the game is moving in this direction, where it seems like they're taking community feedback and applying it in a very timely manner, something that I really wish Sparking Zero would do, right? So next is going to be hero balance changes. Please note that these are changes made in response to Season 0 performances. Deeper, larger scale balance changes will be made with a longer time span in between each change in the future. Okay, so I can already tell that this means that they're aware that we're kind of at our wits' ends with characters like Super Saiyan Goku and Android 18, but because I'm gonna apply this to Android 18 specifically, because her pick rate might not be as, you know, as much as somebody like Goku or Vegeta or Baby or things like that. They're probably taking a little bit more time to look into how they want to nerf her further, or, you know, with Super Saiyan Goku, the numbers that they want to tweak with his Kamehameha and things like that. So those changes hopefully will come at a later date. So first is gonna be Piccolo. Will decrease light grenades cooldown time from 20 to 15 seconds. I could not understand why his cooldown for light grenade specifically was so high. I think it might have been, is cooldown for light grenade higher than Hellzone? I think it might have been, or around the same. I think it was around the same, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me down below in the comments if I'm wrong about that. Will increase light grenades overall damage. That's great. Piccolo is a sniping character. He needs to be, they honestly could have increased the range very slightly as well, but increasing the damage is still good. Will decrease special beam cannons required time for maximum charge from 4 to 3 seconds. Hold the button to charge, everyone. If you didn't already know, you have to hold it down to charge, obviously. But this is a good change right here, because to me, I know it's only 1 second change, but 1 second is a lot when you're in the middle of a fight, or, you know, trying to get that snipe from the bushes or the clouds or things like that. It felt like I had to hold this thing down forever to get that maximum charge, man. So I'm really happy with this change as well. Next, Son Goku Mini, Daima Goku right here, will increase general damage dealt by rush attacks. This is for you, Afro, because at first I feel like the homie really liked this character, and I felt like Daima Goku, he was cool at first, but you very quickly saw how underwhelming this character could be in rank. Like, people know how to shut this character down really well already. So his general damage being increased by rush attacks, I feel like this is a good change for him. I feel like his other skills, the bomb specifically, the bomb might end up getting looked at in the future, but his rush attack damage, he's gonna be a little bit of an issue now, depending on what the numbers look like for his rush attack damage at this point. And last is gonna be First Form Frieza. There were a couple of things that I was hoping that they would fix with Frieza, but let's see what they did. Zarbon's placement and retreat will be more fluent. Imperial Decree will increase Frieza's men's damage higher. Yeah, Frieza did need a little bit more damage. I do agree with both of these changes right here. Now, every once in a while, and I can't just base my judgment of Frieza off of these outliers, but every once in a while you'll get that Frieza on your team that is just an outright freaking demon, man. I had a game about 2 days ago, I was telling the homies about this too. I had a game about 2 days ago where I had a Frieza on my team drop 14 kills, bro. He had more kills than the DPS on my team combined and the DPS on the other team combined. That, bro, obviously was the MVP, right? I have never seen a technical character drop that many kills in the game. I've seen people get close with Krillin, and I myself have gotten in the double-digit range with Krillin, but Frieza having 14 kills, I couldn't believe it, bro. I don't know what he was doing in that top lane, but bro was baking, sizzling them up there. I'm glad he was on my team, because I don't know how I would have dealt with that. I probably would have been at least 4 of those 14 kills, right? But that is going to do it for the Gekishin Squadra Season 1 developer letters. So in conclusion, we will keep all of our players updated on current situations as well as the direction of Squadra as much as possible. The team is constantly gathering feedback from your gameplays, broadcasts, and comments, so please do not hesitate to voice your concerns. I love to hear that, bro. Sparking Zero, why aren't you this transparent, man? What is going on over there? Yo, Squadra, keep it up. I'm really happy that they addressed the Zenny changes in particular. Now that they're telling us that they watch everything we do, I know somebody saw that video now. And I'm really glad that I was able to articulate myself and kind of voice all of our concerns, really, because I'm not the only one that was complaining about the amount of Zenny that we had and feeling broke in the game. Like, if you go on Twitter, there's a whole community of people talking about the same thing, right? On YouTube, there's a whole community of people, not even just my video and the comments under my video. There are multiple dozens, if not hundreds of people talking about how the amount of Zenny that we were getting in this game. It just felt capped at a certain point. And with everything up with the Starr collection upgrades being so expensive, they really needed to look into that. So I'm glad that these two changes to the bonus mission points and battle score rewards were updated specifically. The hero memory acquisition, Zenny prices of memory offered in the shop being lowered. That was an outright scam, so I'm glad that they changed that as well. And the changes to Piccolo, I'm really excited about too. I'm not really a Daima Goku user, and I've used Frieza ever since he was announced in the beta, the second beta I think it was. I probably used this guy twice, right? So I'm not really a Frieza player, but if you are a Frieza main, I'm glad that they're buffing him a little bit for you and making these changes to Zarbon. That's gonna be really good. But other than that, Squadra dev team and management team, hey, I gotta clap it up for you, man, because this is all we want with the game. Even if the game isn't super duper mainstream right now, if you're keeping your core player base happy, and this is going to bring in new players as well, if you're just keeping people happy like this and not just, you know, there are other changes that we want to see in the game. Like I said before, Android 18 definitely needs to be looked at. That character is just freaking cracked, man. That probably is the best DPS in the game, right? Unless you get a superstar Goku with that Kamehameha, that definitely needs to be looked at as well. The range is okay, I guess, but the damage that he does with that ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha, please, man, like, there's been games where you just feel like you can't do anything against that guy. If Superstar games, there will almost always be a Super Saiyan Goku in it, right? But that is going to do it for this one, guys. Huge shout out to the Gekishin Squadra team for listening to all of our concerns and feedback and implementing this, you know, relatively fast, right? Season 1 is a couple of days away. What, like 5-6 days maybe at this point? Maybe a week, give or take a couple of days, I'm not sure. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. Leave your how you feel about this developer letter for season 1 down below in the comments. They fixed the Zenny problem, guys. They fixed the Zenny problem. I don't really have anything else. Just look at Android 18, tweak Super Saiyan Goku a little bit, and I think we're in business, man. We also got to talk about some of these upcoming characters as well. I don't think the King Piccolo thing was official. I really hope not, but I don't think that's gonna do it for a first big release for this game, right? There's a couple of other characters I could probably take precedent over him. You know, I thought the game would release with at least one version of Broly. Bardock is still a fan favorite character. We could even go, you know, 21, things like that. Characters like that would definitely bring a big, you know, portion of new players to the game, right? But all that will come in due time. I'm sure we'll get pretty much every character that we want. There's, you know, dozens if not hundreds of Dragon Ball characters to choose from, right? But that is gonna do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you want to see in season 1 of Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra down below in the comments. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, my boys, and shout out to the dev team once again. I cannot overstate that.